Hello, today we are going to build a easy, nice, and very cool looking farm. So as you can see, I've already done the framework, so I'll show you that real quick. Here's what the front looks like. I've already done the doors, they're very simple, and I have a stall ready just to show you what it looks like. So here's what the stall is going to look like. You can change this stuff around. These two right here are going to be bigger. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide here, 5 blocks wide there, and 4 blocks there. Another 3, and the barn doors, it would be 4 here and 4 that way. So you're going to have 1 block there. And then we're going to have a small second story right here. So let me just make sure I have everything. And like a ladder, which we're going to need for our second floor. And so yeah, same thing right here. Add all your beams. As you can see, we're going to put walls here using stripped spruce. And right here, we use barrels. So I'll show you what that looks like. So we have the 2 barn doors. And since we can't actually open these, we added barn doors right here. I've looked up barn pictures and see what it looks like. We use iron bars here. Just use 2 of them, 1 block there, 1, 2, 3 blocks there. And right here, we have 2 blocks there. So the barrel part is going to take the longest because we have so much areas to do. And you have to be crouching when doing this. So that's what it looks like so far. And then right here, I'm just going to add a block here. So then I can easily do this. Well, kind of easily. If that's what you call easily. And then one more part right here. Because yeah, we have to crouch for this part. And that's about 1 out of a bunch. I'm not going to count. And so we're just going to do this for a while. Fast forward the video if you want to, because this is just what we're going to be doing. We can also try to do something like this, but I'm concerned that the textures will change a little, but I guess it's not a big deal. I'm going to place a beam there. See, so yeah, we don't want any of that to happen. There we go. I've noticed our survival series only has about 21 views, so make sure you watch that. You're going to try to record a new episode soon. Sorry for the wait. You probably hear a lot of clicking right now. And I'm playing on Bedrock Edition because I'm on Nintendo. So maybe you don't have to crouch for this right here, but I do. So if you don't, you're lucky, and you don't have to deal with the pain that I'm doing right now. I can do Java, I just have to get better at playing on PC. So if you want to see any Java videos, just let me know, and we'll have those ready soon. If I am going to do any Java videos, then I can't do it with anybody else, like my friends, because, yeah, they all play on Nintendo. You're lucky that you're watching this and not building this. This is pure pain. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. It just takes a while. The place is honestly looking really good so far. I mean, look at the walls. I'm glad I chose the barrels. I thought about, if you look at my inventory, using mangrove, because I've seen a lot of red barns. But barrels just gives it a nice texture, I'm not gonna lie. We do have another farm tutorial coming up, so watch out for that one. It's gonna be much smaller though. You might have saw a sneak peek of it because it was in the background. I'm doing design plans, so. Alright, we're almost there. If you want, you can also turn the back area into doors, but I don't feel like that's necessary. If this video is long, it's because of these barrels. Don't blame me. You can't speed build with barrels. Well, at least not on Bedrock Edition. You can use mangrove for this if you want your thing to be red, if you want your barn to be red. But if you were to do that, I do have one tip. That would to be using stripped mangrove logs. It just gives it more texture if you just like mix it up with that. Okay, we're almost there. Almost. I just have to do this and then kind of like a quarter of a wall, I'll say. I'm going as fast as I can right now. If you're still watching this, I have no clue why you haven't fast forwarded yet. Because I'm going to be honest with you, you're not missing anything. As you can see, we're just doing this. Oops. Okay, one more wall. Alright, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 and a half, 0 and a quarter, 0. Okay, now that we've done that, we have to do more, but don't worry, it's just right here. So this will be very quick. We all thought we were done. scaffolding would be pretty useful right now. It's just so easy to break. I've noticed a lot of people don't use scaffolding in their builds, because these days everybody just has Elytra and stuff, or they're building it in creative just like me. But it's actually a very useful block, so you should use it more often, because it does just like break so easily. You can build out with it super easily. You can stack it up very easily. It's a great block. We do not appreciate it enough. You can also do something like this for right here. Here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because I think it looks good. But like I say in all of my videos, you can use any block you want, and you can make it much bigger. Alright, finished with one part. And I guess there's not like any windows in this barn. So right here, we could add a window, but I don't feel like it. So you can add windows wherever you want. I'm trying to speed build this right now, which is hard to do when you're crouching. This video is going to be like 3 hours long, I swear. If this video is less than 30 minutes, you have to subscribe. Okay? For once, we're actually almost done. Kinda. Don't worry, this will be about like the last barrel placing I ever do, I swear. I mean, I'll place barrels in my builds, not like this. If you ever want a storage room or something like that to be one of my videos, just build this. It's got to be like 100 double chests worth of storage. We will use mangrove at some point. Mangrove, sorry. My fingers are about to explode, I swear. Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, this is not as bad as rock climbing. If you've ever gone rock climbing, you'll know that your fingers are literally falling apart. So this is better. I'm surprised I haven't crashed out yet. So yeah, you probably want to use other blocks unless you want to commit to 20 minutes of pain. I honestly don't know how long it is, okay? I'm not looking at any sorts of time bar or anything. I'm using OBS if you're wondering. That's what I use to record my videos. I'm hoping that this one is better quality than some of my others. You know what? Let's just do that later. Okay, so let's focus on the inside of the barn now. Right here. I'm gonna actually have to replace the doors. just so I can do that. And now we're going to do all of our flooring. So only do your flooring up to here. I'm using coal blocks. It's kind of like a horse pad, if you ever heard of those. I mean, I'm not even 100% sure if that's what they're actually called. They make it easier to clean up horses, apparently. And I guess this is kind of what it looks like, because they're like black. Okay, now to clear out this area. This may take a moment. I will tell you, this is going to be way quicker than placing barrels for a living. If you're listening to this, you probably don't want to build with barrels anymore. I'm sorry. I guess. I mean, I have no clue how you feel right now. Remember the promise I made, you have to subscribe if this video is under 30 minutes. God, I hate this. Is this comedy for you guys? Because, I mean, this is taking long, but it's kind of funny, I would say. Alright. And as you can see, this is actually going to be chorister right there, so we are going to break out those blocks, but we'll get to that in a second. You could also use blocks in netherite, but if you're trying to build this in survival, that's a little expensive. And if you're trying to tell your friends that you did this in survival, that's not going to be very believable. Plus, you'd waste it on a netherite beacon. Well, I guess not waste. Alright, so I'm going to replace all of this real quick. You don't have to replace anything right here, because we're going to build like a wall there. I mean, the horses don't have to look at each other, do they? I mean, they can if they want. It's your choice. Your barn, your choice. I'm sure you've probably noticed that coarse dirt actually does have a different texture than regular dirt itself. Alright, next we're going to use stripped spruce log, or logs. Okay, quick speed run, actual speed building. Alright, and just right here. Okay, now we can add these. Add the first two fence parts. Oops, I forgot about that. Now you can add their water bowl anywhere you want. It can be in the corner, but the horses can jump on it, and so yeah, I would not recommend that. So yeah, that's what we want our barn to look like. Or our stable is what you would call it. You can put one horse in here since it's smaller and 2 horses in here. But we are going to add hay, so be aware of that. And I will grab my horse spawn egg, and then we'll also grab those. The spruce fence gate. I think we can agree that spruce is the best wood, right? And let's be honest, we all hate birch. Alright, just something like that. It doesn't have to be the same for every way, like every time. It can literally just be that. Yeah, just do like something like that. You don't want everything to look the same. Otherwise, it will look ugly. Trust me on that. And yeah, for these, don't add like much because, yeah, they're very small. Add 1 horse there. I'm gonna have 2 horses in here since I spawned a baby one. Another baby one. Oh, oopsies. Get in there. Alright. And so here's what the inside of our barn looks like so far. It looks really good, in my opinion. And let's grab our ladder, because now it's time to focus on the 2nd floor. We have to crouch for this again, since we're building on barrels. Just thankfully easy. Is it faster climbing up ladders? Yeah, so this is climbing up ladders normally. This is climbing them up while crouching. Oh. I swear there's a speed difference. Maybe it's just because I've been crouching so much. And then I'm thinking we could use stripped wood again for here. Because, I mean, it just looks really good. We're using a lot of wood in this, so yeah. Don't worry, we're about to add some color, because, yeah, this isn't the most colorful build, you've probably noticed. Brown and black are not the colorfulest colors out there, so. I bet you probably never build support beams on your build. Okay, some horses are getting out. Let's just not acknowledge that. Yeah, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. Sorry, horse. One got out there. Okay, I did not know they could do that. I did not know they could do that. I'm watching you. Don't get any ideas, Bubby. Alright, problem solved. Crisis avoided. And let's get to here again. Okay. Anyway, continue. So yeah, don't do that. Don't place blocks there. Then they can escape. Oops. Alright, last part. And you know what? We're actually not going to do barrels up top. I just realized that because we are going to use mangrove for the roof. I mean, you can use any color wood you want, any block you want. I'm thinking mangrove. And right here, this can also just be like storage for extra hay. The farmer's lounge or bedroom, I guess. I'm just gonna add a bunch of hay everywhere, give it some detail. I know in past videos I haven't really like decorated anything, so there you go. And something like that. I mean, they need to feed the horses something. Sorry. And so, in that case, let's grab a bed. And since we're gonna make the roof red, why not make the bed red? Everybody loves red beds. I was gonna place a barrel here, but I mean, look around. Right, now for this stuff, the mangrove blocks. It's funny how I just say this stuff every time I forget the name of something. Alright, so finally we have a little color. You can also use pale oak just to make it like, you know, look better. Actually, no, we're not going to do that because that'll be too tall since we're going to add wood there. What we're going to do is we're just going to do something like this. Easy as pie. I just want to test something. Let's see. No, that's not right. Does that look good? It's a fun design. You can do that if you want. I've never tried that before. I never thought about that in my entire life. In all my time playing Minecraft. In my 7 years of playing Minecraft. I mean, it is a little bland there. Just like, it's kind of weird to have that in there. But we can literally do that. And that just looks way better already, so we'll stick with simpler. But do it as fancy as you want. I don't care. I do care if you subscribe or not. I figured that you probably haven't subscribed yet. So please consider doing that. It's free and it does help out a ton. We might be trying to get some merch soon. I want 50 subscribers before that happens. Okay, so the barrels there were completely not necessary. So I'm sorry if you did that. I'm sorry for wasting your time at that part, but I mean, it's kind of nice for the inside. I'm gonna be honest there. So don't get mad at me. Right, there we go. And last part. For there. And now right here. This will be very quick. Should be. We're basically at the end of the video right here, so. And you've probably noticed that my barn doesn't have any windows. But that's alright. I'm gonna add some lighting sources, so that'll just be a second after we finish up this part. And then I'll show you what everything looks like, and that can be the end of the video. If you're still watching this, thank you. Alright, we're almost finished with the roof, that is. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes, I have no clue. remember, if it's under 30 minutes, you have to subscribe, or at least like the video. So here's what our barn looks like from the outside. And just to make it a little more fancy, we can add some pathway. So something like, we'll start there, go around here, and if you've ever been in a village, you'll probably know it doesn't have to be like all the way. There can be some gaps and whatnot, so just make it look a little more natural. We'll make it get thinner and thinner. Not too thin too quick. Spread it out again. Go back in. Spread it out again. You don't even have to add the path. There we go. That kind of looks like a pattern. There we go. That looks better. Alright, and now it's very dark in there, you can see, so let's add some lights. Like one in each stall. And yeah, barns don't have to be too lit up. I don't think they're that lit up. I've barely ever been in a barn before. I guess that could lay there. And that right there. Add that there. And just to make it all even, whatnot, there we go. Then we have the upstairs, which does look pretty good. We have a ladder right here. You can also add a trapdoor there. You could also go up right there. And let's see. And one more quick thing. We'll grab a spruce fence. Or actually, you know what? We'll grab a mangrove one. And we're just going to do something as simple as that. There. And there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.